beacon on. Throttle open 1/8 inch. Propeller area clear. Clear. Don't see anybody around. Ignition switch. Both. Starter engage. Just double check the oil pressure. Oil temperature, oil pressure looks good. Strobe and required lights. Landing light, nav light, we don't need. Okay. Engine started. Turn on the radios. 122.80.
Just approach IDM alternator.
Yeah, no hurry. Do what you gotta do. We're still about 7 miles out, and we're slowed down.
Alright, great. left down with 02.
Yeah, we'll be looking for you. We're about 7 out at 2,500 feet. We're gonna be starting down soon.
Okay, communication checklist, airport diagram. Radios and nav, okay. Transponder. Set code and defaults to, I guess that's mode C. Okay, before takeoff, so let's go do our run up out of the fuel area. So flaps up.
Jeffrey. 2000 feet westbound. Southbridge traffic. Experimental red RV is bus base 402 Southbridge.
Alright, so he's doing 02. Winds are calm, so that's okay, even though the windsock probably favors 20, but I think the winds were like 1 knot 15 minutes ago. So we'll do a run up down at the far end of the taxiway here.
Southbridge traffic, red RV final 2, Southbridge.
Southbridge traffic, Bonanza 88 Bravo Pop, 3 mile final, runway 2, Southbridge behind the RV.
Updale traffic of Skylane is 8.5. East by southeast 2,500.
And Southbridge traffic, red RV, clear the active Southbridge.
And I copy the departing traffic. Hopedale.
So let's turn over here. Windsock is kind of favoring this direction, so. Okay, cabin door is closed and latched. Closed and latched. And closed and latched. Flaps check and set. Flaps all the way down. And flaps all the way up. elevator trim set for takeoff. Flight instruments. Altimeter. Airspeed indicator. Let's take a look at our compass. Let's see, it's 228.
Yeah, that was a beauty.
Yeah, thank you. Lucked out on that one.
Okay, fuel shut-off valve.
No
Is
excuses on a day like today, huh?
No, it's unfair.
Primer in and locked.
Have fun.
Rich.
Yeah, thanks, you too, and no, I'm certainly not complaining about the weather.
No, you got a beautiful airplane there, too.
Oh, thanks, appreciate it.
1700.
Southbridge traffic, experimental red RV, departing runway 2. We're going to be southbound. Southbridge.
Okay, checking for RPM drop. So, left. Yep, back to both. Now we go right. Back to both. Okay, and carb heat, hot. Check for drop. There is a drop. Throttle smoothly to idle.
Oakfield traffic, a Skylane is a 4 mile. Left, 45 to 18, and watching for the departing traffic at Oakdale.
Okay. Carb heat cold. Get back to 1000 RPM. Departure time is 1:09. Time off, 1:09. Okay, so, get my cruise checklist ready. So we're going to depart 02. We're going to make a southbound departure out of the downwind and pick up a heading of 221 per the nav log. Let me get the VOR programmed in now. I don't know if I'll be able to pick it up until we're in the air for a bit, but let's see. 110.4. 110.4 in there, 122.8. Let me get Bradley approach programmed in, 123.95. Just in case I want to get flight following, which I'm going to try. Okay, so this is my second solo off to New Haven via Madison VOR. Just after 1 New Year's Day 2021. Taxiway's clear.
Southbridge Municipal Airport automated advisory. Wind 220 at 3 knots. Temperature 34 Fahrenheit. 2.24 Fahrenheit. Altimeter 3042. Welcome to Southbridge.
Oakfield traffic, left gate, inclining.
Okay. Far into the runway's clear. Haven't heard anybody. Southbridge traffic, Cessna 19648, departing runway 02, southbound departure, Southbridge traffic. Fuel flaps trim. Everything looks good. Just do a normal takeoff. Okay, left is clear. Nobody's on final. I see a guy on downwind. Everyone's been using 02. I don't see anybody ahead of me. Nothing on the runway. Let's see. Compass matches directional indicator. Here we go. out at 85. Just do a normal traffic pattern and we'll exit downwind. Southerly, so pick up a heading at 221.
5 miles. Northwest 305 Springfield. Traffic, Cherokee, control final Brookhaven traffic, sundown at 60140, 10 miles north, entering traffic pattern.
Southbridge traffic, Cessna 1906 Worrieds on the downwind for 02. We're going to depart to the south, Southbridge.
Are we on hands, boys? Go to hands.
Southbound traffic, Tiger on a 45 degree for left downwind for 25 over the shoreline. Downwind, 9, 3 miles, southwest, Virginia, 05 Springfield.
So we're climbing to 4,500 for this.
Romeo circling the airport at 1,500 feet, not landing.
We're at 2,500. Still climbing at 1,000 feet per minute at about 98 miles an hour.
Provincetown traffic, Skyhawk, southern.
Climbing to 4,500.
For 25 Provincetown, full stop.
It's like a real calm day out there. It's pretty hazy.
Not
bumpy at all. It's been pretty nice.
25,
Compared to the last lesson a couple days ago. It was pretty turbulent.
Mile and a half final.
Okay, compass heading 221.
13273.
Still climbing. We're at 100 miles an hour. Just crossed 3,000 feet. I'm going to switch over. Actually, I'll wait. We're still, I can see Southbridge. I'll wait to switch over.
5 miles.
Looking for traffic.
To the north. Entering traffic. Runway 33.
The student who just had the plane before me told me that it was really busy out here. He went to Meriden in Connecticut. There are a lot of planes flying around, and it sounded like he got a little confused at the airport. Maybe a couple of pilots did, so
Springfield Airport.
I'm going to be extra vigilant today, looking out. I don't yet have a ForeFlight or anything like that to let me know about traffic, so I'm going to probably get flight following here in a couple of minutes. Just to be safe. Okay, so looking for Tweed-New Airport out my left. I should see it pretty soon. I'm going to mark that as my my first checkpoint. We just crossed 4,000 feet. God, it feels like I can reach out and touch those clouds, although they're probably
currently 4.5 miles to the south. We'll be inbound.
a little bit above me.
As well as runway 35.
Wow, such a weird illusion. Traveling 100 miles an hour, and it looks like those clouds above me are standing still.
Provincetown traffic, base to final, 25 Provincetown, full stop.
Okay, 4,400. Start to level off slowly.
Joining the downwind, runway 33.
Pitch forward, gain some airspeed.
Traffic, Skyhawk 477. We'll be crossing mid.
Damn, this is a nice day to fly. Holy moly. All right, I see Tweed-New down below.
Downwind, runway 6, Chatham.
Alright, we're going to trim for cruise. Go back to 2450, or 2400 actually today.
Chatham traffic, Skyhawk 10 miles to the west, inbound to join the downwind at a 45 for runway 6 at Chatham.
Wow, that's Chatham? Jesus. Alright, I'm out of Southbridge's area here, so I'm going to switch over to Bradley Approach. And where is Tweed-New? There is Tweed-New. Actually, is that Tweed-New? No, it's not. thought it was. Oh, there it is. I see it out the left. Right at the 45. About 3 miles out. So Teuton should be 4 nautical miles on my left, according to my chart here, or my nav log. So I expected that to be 6 minutes out. Time now is 1:18. I'll give it until it's directly abeam before I write down the number. Let's see, 221, holding my heading. My altitude snuck up 4,500. Let's get down. I want to do my best to hold everything good today. This is real smooth. This is a nice day of flying. Wow. Not too many of these. Gonna get some snow tonight, and it's probably gonna be terrible weather for another day or two. Alright, Teuton is directly out my left, so I'm writing down 1:20. So 1:20 p.m. crossing Teuton. So I should expect my next checkpoint at 1:28, which is going to be Yukon. So in 8 minutes, should directly overfly Yukon, and I actually see it straight ahead.
November 49er Golf, contact Providence, approach 123.67, good day. 123.67, 949er Golf. November 4 Charlie Alpha, contact New York, approach 124.07, good day.
124.07, thanks very much, good day.
Good day.
Alright, so there's a VOR. Let's get that tuned in. So I want to go 224. So 2, 2, right about there. So, the needle, wow, right in the middle. Good job, Vin. Okay, so I'm coming up on... Oh yeah, so Kevin, alright, so cruise checklist, pitch for level flight, throttle set to cruise RPM, which it is, trim is set, mixture lean as needed. Okay, so go back up to the peak, and 1, 2. Alright, so that's leaned. Temperatures and pressures look good. Ammeter, fuel, heading, everything looks pretty sweet. So we'll just hang out here. And just keep looking out for traffic. Nice and level. Take a look at my communications checklist that I made up here. So to get flight following, I've got Bradley approach 12395. Bradley's real quiet today. I haven't heard much of anything. that's Yukon straight ahead, right below us, so right off the nose. Everything's looking pretty good. Engine feels great. Temperatures and pressures look good. Altitude 4,500. Almost over Yukon. Maybe 2 more minutes. Let me call in. I'm going to try the flight following. This will be my first time. Bradley approach, Cessna 19648, VFR request.
November 19648 by the approach, go ahead.
Cessna 19648. We're at type 172. We're just over Yukon at 4,500. VFR to New Haven. Request flight following.
Skyhawk 648, squawk 5202 and ident.
5202 and ident for 648. 5202 and ident.
Cessna 648, radar contact 6 miles north, wind number at the altimeter 3044.
3044, 19648. Okay, directly over. 127. So 127, so plus 14. 41. 141. I should be crossing the Connecticut River. Doing a little better than I planned. That's good. We've got 35 gallons of fuel, so almost full fuel. And this trip is estimated to require 16.1, so I wanted at least 26, and I got 9 more than that, so I could fly for a couple hours extra. Kevin told me to take my time. everything's still looking good. Trying to follow the needle, and my heading is like 245 instead of 221, so the winds might be a little different. Right, 2. Yeah, it's showing me left of where I should be right now, but that means I'd increase my heading probably to 250. But, well, you know, we'll see. I'll check it out. Next checkpoint, crossing the Connecticut River, I gotta start thinking about my top of descent, which is just a couple of minutes after that. So I gotta start thinking about pulling power and all that. See Long Island from here. It's pretty cool. You can pretty much see the entire state of Connecticut just by swiveling my head. Okay, I just want to double check. That is 110.4 Madison. Okay, it is programmed in. And we appear to be headed towards it, so I'll leave it alone. Beautiful day, no bumps. Oil temperature, oil pressure looks good. Plane is basically flying itself right now. Hands off. So I doubt I'll be able to see this on the camera, but we're going to be pretty much going straight ahead. So the Madison VOR should be off to our left a bit. But I can pretty much see where the airport is. It's right on a little inlet north of the water. Or I guess it's right next to that inlet. Probably a river of some kind. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's called, but no, we're climbing just a bit. Let's get back down to 4,500. Push forward ever so slightly to get back down to 4,500. We're at 4,700. Flight instructor said you can adjust a little bit, but you do pick up speed. I've probably picked up 5 knots or 5 miles an hour just by doing this. Get a pretty slow descent rate, but it's good enough for small corrections. Now normally you'd want to adjust your power to change your altitude. So once I'm at the right altitude, I'll have to retrim, and it will end up going faster, which is fine. so a couple more miles. I don't see the river yet. It will be, oh, I do. Oh, I thought that was a lake. So, stacks. Okay, I see the stacks. Yeah, we're pretty much right on course. Wow, we should be going right over the, like a power plant or something, on the right on the side of the river, and I see it. Yeah, we're making pretty good direction here. Unfortunately, it's more like a, so right now I'm at 236. That's what my heading really is right now. So the winds aloft are probably a little different than what the forecast was. Okay, so once we cross the river, we've got 5 minutes after that. I've got to start doing my descent. Then 3 minutes after that, we'll be at the VOR, so things start to happen quick. And once I get to the VOR, and I'm stabilized on my new heading, then I will call into New Haven, let them know. At that point, I'll probably be about 7 miles, and I will be 7 miles northeast, roughly. All right, so next frequency to get would be ATIS 13365.
New Haven Airport information, X-ray time 1753 Zulu, wind 090 at 5, weather better than 5005, temperature 03, dew point minus 04, altimeter 3044. Visual approaching use, landing departing runway 2. Taxiway Golf closed. Hazardous weather information for the eastern New England area available on flight service frequency. Advised initial contact. You evade this information. X-ray. New Haven Airport information. X-ray time 1753 Zulu, wind 090 at 5, weather better than 5005, temperature 03, dew point minus 04, altimeter 3044. Visual approaching use, landing departing runway 2. Taxiway Golf closed. Hazardous weather information for the eastern.
All right, so I've got a preliminary review of the ATIS. I'll check it right after Madison to see if it's changed from X-ray, but so runway 2 is the so maybe he'll put me on a right downwind or something, which will be fun. I haven't done a whole lot of right pattern work. But that's why we practice. Oh, crap. And the oh crap was because I'm descending ever so slightly. I'm down at 4,000 feet. I had planned to descend the 5 miles north of the VOR, but when I was talking with Kevin earlier, he was thinking about having me descend suggesting descending a little bit sooner, just so I don't have to chop power really very much at all, just a little bit to prevent shock cooling, which is, I guess, could be a problem in the winter. You don't want to just pull it back to idle when you're at 4,500 feet and coast all the way in 10 miles to the airport, because the engine's going to get pretty cold. And then, especially if you have to do a go-round or something, and you add in all that heat, you just don't want to be cycling the engine so much. All right, so we're at the river right now. So that's I'm going to put 139. 139. Oops. 139. So then 5 minutes from now, which is 144. That's when we begin our descent. And we should be getting to the Madison VOR at that point. So I see the lake ahead of me. Maybe the camera sees it. That's the one I had picked out as my next waypoint. I was able to see it pretty easily when I ran this route through Flight Simulator a couple days ago, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I like to do that first, just to get familiar. In the flight simulator, it's really nice because you get the, you know, the actual map, the satellite imagery and all that of the Earth. So you have a pretty good view of what's really down there. That's what I like it for. So I chose this lake for that reason. It was pretty easy to pick out. Alright, so it's showing me the needle's to the left a bit, so I'm gonna deviate just a bit to get there. Alright, just for the fun of it, if my engine were to go out here, I've got Chester off to my left. I actually I think I see it. I could probably make it to Chester, which is right off, about 45 degrees off. I might be able to make it. If not, I guess, I mean, there's some fields, I
And November
suppose.
648, were you going to be looking for an approach in New Haven or just going VFR to the tower?
I'm just going VFR to the tower. I'll probably be canceling in 5 minutes or so.
Sounds good. Yeah, you'll be in my airspace for about another 5 miles.
Okay, yeah, when I'm out of your airspace, I'll probably cancel then. Just let me know.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Alright, so that's good to know. On the way home, I'll wait a bit before I get flight following. Alright, so maybe that wasn't the lake. That one seems pretty far out.
Approach Saratoga 8 Mike Alpha with you, 4,500.
Saratoga 598 Mike Alpha by the approach by the altimeter 3043, say destination.
Destination Meriden.
Thanks.
Let's just take a look on here.
Bradley approach, good afternoon, JetBlue 2000.
Oh, it's that late. Oh, yeah, there we go.
10 November.
JetBlue 2004 by the approach by the altimeter 3043, expect vectors visual approach runway 6.
Okay, 3043, and we're expecting 6, JetBlue 2004.
Alright, now I'm looking for the VOR. So these are the lakes right here. They actually, it's one of the pitfalls, I guess, of VFR navigation is this lake straight ahead looks similar to the other one. From that particular angle, that is. Alright, so the VOR should be kind of somewhere ahead of me. So I should be,
JetBlue 2004 fly heading 360, descend and maintain 10,000.
360 down to 10,000, JetBlue 2004.
November 648, leave my airspace, radar service terminated, squawk 1200 for exchange approved. Good day.
frequency change approved. Thanks for your help.
Anytime.
See, that was easy. Okay, so the Madison VOR by the needle should be straight ahead. I like to try to visually identify it on the ground. Usually a circular clearing with a little white antenna in the middle with a circle of, I don't know, maybe a dozen antennas around it. Pretty small, obviously, but... So this is the lake right here, and now I'm gonna use my descent checklist, radios and nav set, So I got
5 Zulu, wind 090 at 5, weather better than 5,005, temperature 03, dew point minus 04, altimeter 3044. Visual approach needs, landing departing runway 2. Taxiway golf closed. Hazardous weather information for the eastern New England area, available on-flight service frequency, advised initial contact, you evade this information, X-ray.
Alright, so it's still X-ray. Change over to 124.
5,500.
Oops, 13360.
0 at 5, weather better than 5,005, temperature 03, dew point minus.
Alright, so we're pretty much
Right on Charlie, taxiway Charlie Golf parking.
descent. Okay, radios and nav are set. Weather we got. Altimeter set is still 3044. Heading indicator. Let's go straight. Let's see, so that says 2-1. Oh, that drifted. Huh, that's strange. Alright, mixture full rich. So go in full rich, and Kevin let me know to... You don't have to just go full rich right away, you can do it in steps. So I'm gonna pull power back to about 2200. Set up a descent. 500, pattern altitude is 1,000 feet. My VOR is 263, so I set that in, 245-263. So the VOR hasn't really come in yet, but I'm gonna give the tower a call. Let's see, 124.8. New Haven's pretty quiet. My heading was 259, so let's get over to 259 for the airport. Okay, so we have ATIS, we have information X-ray, call tower frequency. New Haven Tower, Cessna 19648, 10 miles northeast at 3,400 feet with information X-ray, full stop.
Number 648, New Haven Tower, report the right base, runway 2.
Right base, runway 2, 19648. Okay, so runway 2, right base. So that means I gotta turn this way. Alright, so carb heat's gonna come out now. Oil temperature, pressure looks good. Pull the throttle back to 2,000. I want to pull it back too much. And I'll trim for 500 feet a minute. We've got 2,000 feet to lose. I'd rather do that now than try to do it right at the airport. So let me get my airport diagram up. So 02 is, I'm approaching over the ocean, or I guess whatever this is, the bay. So I'm gonna go out pretty much to the coastline here and then follow that over. That'll be a base. Pull power back just a bit. I don't mind coming into the airport area at pattern altitude, because I am always high in this plane. This plane, you let go of the controls and it takes off. Just wants to keep flying. Most efficient plane I've ever flown. Alright, let's get that nose pointed down a bit now. Pull out just a little bit more power. Just to compensate. So as you're descending, your prop will spin up just a bit. So I'm maintaining the throttle setting at 2000 RPM even though I'm descending a bit now. Alright, I gotta turn that heat back on. Got a little chilly here. Pretty nice up there, and all of a sudden I got draft. Okay, so it's 150. So that, as usually happens, as I get close to the airport, I stop writing down the times because there's other things going on, and I don't BFR navigate anymore once I see where the airport is, and I know where I'm going now. I know the airport is right off of my right wing, probably about 4 miles, 5 miles. So descending to get lined up for a right base. Almost at 2,000 feet, we're going to be over the water, which is kind of cool. Alright, so descending 500 feet a minute, so in 2 minutes I should be at 1,000 feet. We're at 2,000 feet right now. Getting a little bumpy, as will happen. Carb heat is out. We're at 1900 RPM now, still descending at 500 feet a minute. We're at 1,800 feet. Pattern altitude is 1,000 feet. Alright, so I'm pretty much set up on a right base. Almost on a right base. Alright, still descending. About 110 miles an hour, 115 miles an hour. Okay, I see the runway. I see the closed runway. Still descending. Pull power just a bit more and push the nose down. Try to get about 600 feet a minute. Oil temperature, oil pressure looks good. Ammeter is good. No lights. No warning lights. Almost at traffic pattern altitude. So now the thing is, I'm on a base, so I actually want to be about, you know, a lot lower than that. So I'm going to start slowing down. I'm going to get my speed down below the white arc so I can get my flaps in as if I were on a regular traffic pattern. This would be like a beam the numbers at this point. So I'm at, got carb heat's already out. I'm slowed down. So I got 10 degrees of flaps going in now. Okay, point the nose down. New Haven Tower, Cessna 19648's on a right base for 02.
November 648, runway 2, clear to land.
Runway 2, clear to land. Cessna 19648. Okay, we gotta slow down just a bit more, so we had 10 degrees. So now we're as if we're on a, on a base. I'm still pretty high, so 20 degrees. Push the nose down. Pull the power out. Let it descend. No rushing this. We've got plenty of time. Winds are calm. 80 miles an hour right now. She'll go 30 degrees. Do a little up trim. Alright, so we're 500 feet roughly above the field, so I gotta pull power back a little bit more, unfortunately. I'm pretty high. It's a plane that wants to just keep on flying. Alright, so we're 500 feet above now, so we'll just get lined up. 75 miles an hour. Okay, there's the one. Then just a little bit of power to maintain one red light. We're at 70 miles an hour. This is smooth as butter. Wow. Okay, now we just transitioned over the shoreline, so we got a little bump. So keep the two lined up on the windscreen, the same spot. Okay, power to idle. Kick it over a bit. Okay, not bad. Live with it.
November 648, turn around Echo, are you going to the runway or to parking?
We'll go over to the east ramp for a little bit.
November 648, roger, turn left on Bravo, turn left on Charlie, turn right on Golf.
Left on Bravo, left on Charlie, right on Golf. 19648.
Affirmative.